So I want to show a demo of a new feature introduced yesterday. So when you're in VESC tool, you have the REPL down here. Let me clear it. Where you can run snippets of code that will execute and print the result here. And that is quite useful if you have a block of code up here. Then what I usually do is I select the code, copy it, paste it here, and run it, and I get a result here. But it would be nice, I thought, to be able to run it directly from the editor. So what you can do now, as of the beta from yesterday of 6.05, you can go to a parenthesis or a bracket that encloses a block and hold Control, and now you see that you highlight that block. And if you press R while holding Control, that is doing Control R, you will take this highlighted block and run it in the REPL. So you see it just print another 12 down here. You can do that again. And we can also do it from the other side. Control, highlight the block, R, run it here. And in this case, you see that we have this definition of V cells that does a map function on the first argument, that is the function, and the second one that is something that will create a list. So we did this on this one, we get the number of cells. If we go out one step and do Control on this parenthesis, we do this entire thing. So now we will run range from 0 to the result of this thing. And now we can see when running that, we print that list here. Let's go up one step. So if we go to map, you can see that we highlight this entire block here. You can see that we can highlight. We can even go to the outermost thing. We can highlight as much as we want on multiple lines as well. So holding Control over the map thing and do R, you can see that we get all of the cell voltages, and that is because this argument, the range, gave us a list from 0 to number of cells, and it will apply this function to every element in that list, which is get BMS value, BMS V cells, so the cell voltage for every element, and return the resulting list. So that is what we get here. So that is really convenient when you work on a function like this, that you can deconstruct it and fast and conveniently run every single argument at a time. So we can run this block too. This will not, actually it did print something, but what we do now is that we make an global variable V cells with the result of this list. That doesn't show up here because it's not one number, it's a list, but it will still be in the environment. And now we can, for example, go to this block, do Control R and run it. And you see the result of the print, or you see what we printed, and also the result of the print that is true. And we can do that for all of those things. We can get the total voltage, Control R, and so on. So that is really convenient when working on blocks of code in the editor. You can just examine each block at a time in a quick and easy fashion and see what it does without copying and pasting or running the manual. So that's this update. Hope that is useful.